Good. Be all good to go, okay?
Okay.
All right. So Saturday, 11:45, first jumpers at noon. Here we go. In three, two, one. Well, folks, once again, we are coming up on one of the coldest yet funnest events in Mason County. It's the Hood Canal Lions Polar Bear Plunge. I got Mike and Rennie Lambert on the call. Mike, I'm going to be talking to you about this whole thing. And many years now, we've been working on this together. And every year, it's a heck of a lot of fun. How are you doing, good sir?
Well, I'm doing great. We're getting everything finalized for the big day Saturday.
So
The
it's always the second Saturday in February, and it's without fail a fun time, but a chilly time there out at the Alderbrook Resort and Spa in Union. We've been there a few years now, and it's turned out to be a wonderful location, a great gathering spot for folks who come down and not only cheer on the plungers, plunge themselves, but then also get in on the raffles. So let's kind of go down the rundown of how Saturday's going to work.
okay, we're going to be starting registration at 11:15,
Okay.
and what a per or excuse me, 11:45, and we're going to be handing out their T-shirts, taking their registration forms. Many of the jumper have gotten pledges from other people if for them jumping in. So we'll collect the money there. We have two cabins for changing rooms, one for the men, one for the ladies, and they can get dressed, get ready to go, and then we'll start jumping between 12 and 12:10. And some people do it individually, others do it in a group. And the groups are always fun because they're usually dressed up and uh,
Uh-huh.
make a make it a lot more interesting. So
So
and then
last week, I gotta tell you, Mike, last weekend, Saturday, I was in Hoodsport for an event, and the coroner, Jamie Taylor, was there, and she's gonna be at the plunge, but not like in the role, like not like for her role. She's doing it because she loves the event and she continues to do this. She spends, I don't know if you've seen pictures, but she spends a lot of time just hanging out in cold water. So this is nothing
oh,
different for her.
yeah, there's a group of ladies up here at Alderbrook Golf and Yacht Club that go down. They go down once a week and they do the plunge.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of the golf club, traditionally every year the men's club and the women's club kind of put on a fundraiser who can raise the most funds and get out there. I'm sure that's going on again.
Yeah, that's going on again. The men's club, because they're bigger spenders. We thought we'd just dominate that competition. And we started that competition with the ladies club 4 years ago. And the ladies have dominated us last 3 years. So the men's club's getting another try. They're trying to get enthusiasm. So at least we can compete with the ladies. We have a polar bear trophy that we keep up here for the winner between the men's and the ladies club. And the ladies have been showing it off for 3 years, 4 years now. So
So you guys have been doing this, and we've been doing this across the canal for 15 years now, basically. And each year it goes to help support Mason County Emergency Services. That's like the dive team, the chaplains fund. We got the boating portion of the sheriff's office. Who else am I missing? Some of the fire service.
we have the canine unit also, and then we do uh, uh, District 6 Fire Department, and also uh, Hood
Oh, the dive
Hood.
team, right?
Yeah, we have the dive team assists Mason County Marine Patrol,
Okay.
and also they assist in search and rescues. And so Yeah, there's a volunteer group that works with other emergency agencies on rescues and water events. And since we have so much water in Mason County, they keep pretty busy.
I'm probably really lowballing this, but I would say that over these many years, you've raised for each of these groups individually probably near 10, $15,000 each if you combine all the years together and then divide it by however many groups get it.
Yes, it usually generally the last few years we've had two pretty good years, and each of the six groups come out between $2,000 and $3,000. But
Wow.
this is in addition. Some of them have budgets, some of them are more volunteers, like your dive team and canine unit has some things that's part of their job, but they also donate a lot for the dogs they raise. And so they, like any volunteer, people contribute funds of transportation to get there and help and have a cost for pieces of equipment, maybe it is not supplied to them. And so they go out and buy it on their own. So the whole thought of the volunteer part is what we are mainly doing it for. It's those people that give it their time, their resources to go out and serve the people and the safety concerns of Mason County residents. So,
So I'm gonna get down. Let's get to the hard questions here. Are you getting in the water? Who's getting in the water from the Lions Club this year? That's what I want to know.
well, our Lions Club's kind of aged, and I had a couple of little medical things come up, so I can't jump this year. Um, but we do have four jumpers from the men's club that are, helping us out, representing us. Our
I'm
club,
looking I'm looking at a photo here that you guys posted from December at a White Elephant party on your Hood Canal Lions page, and I see Hood Canal Superintendent Lance Gibbons there. Are you gonna
yeah.
make him get in? He looks like he might be one of the new members. You should definitely get him in there.
Well, he's a new member, but he unfortunately isn't going to jump as far as I know. He's going to
Well,
be working one of the tables. He'll be
I
working.
I don't know about that, Mike. You and I might have to twist some arms, get him in the water. I'll have to send him a message.
Yeah, there you go.
I remember, was it last year or 2 years ago, Shelton Mayor Anisco came out and he did the plunge, and I took a picture of him afterwards, and he looked just frigid. It was
Yeah.
just, teeth were chattering. You guys also procure a bunch of great raffle items. So people don't have to just go and get in the water. They can come down and just support and celebrate and get in on the raffle. What are some of the raffle prizes that we'll be
Well,
doing?
okay. Our grand prize, which I'll tell you, the Alderbrook Resort and Spa has just been wonderful.
Oh
They
yeah.
provide the facility, they provide the catering, they donate a free night stay as a grand prize down at the Alderbrook uh, Resort and Spa. So it's very valuable.
Yeah.
I think the package is, you know, $400, $500. So it's a good one. Another good prize, we have golf courses. Alderbrook Golf Course donated 4 rounds of golf with a cart and 2 rounds with a cart. And then the home course in DuPont, which is a really nice golf course, four
Tough,
rounds of
tough
golf with a
course.
cart and uh, and also range balls. So
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, and they were on board last year, if I remember right.
yeah, they've been one of our sponsors for quite some time. Um, Another big one, for people that sew, um, they have. Let's see, I find it here. There's a sewing thing.
Is that from Annie's?
It's what is it?
and so
A sip and sew, and how many people?
up to 10 people at Annie's Quilt Shop.
Oh
And
yeah.
the sipping part is wine, and there'll be goodies. And if we're able to, we'll be able to sell.
You mean after the wine?
Yes, there you
Yeah,
go.
after the
There'll
wine,
be
maybe during.
cross stitching.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to sew your fingers if you're getting having too much of that Merlot or whatever they drink.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that sounds like a great one too. Holy Moses.
And then we have all kinds of, well, Domino's Pizza giving away a free pizza once a month for a year.
Uh-huh.
Have three of those. A lot of things from Les Schwab, the four-way alignments, those are pretty valuable. Um, yeah, we have, just a lot of different uh, establishments have stepped up and support this. And
It's
then, of
great.
course, we have our cash donors that sponsor anywhere from $400 to $500. So, and then the cash sponsors, the big sponsors, get their they're on the back of our T-shirt. They have their logos on the back of this year's T-shirt.
Oh, nice. I remember when it was out at the Port of Hood Sport, and we were jumping in the dock there and going from one finger of the dock to the next finger of the dock, and the amount of people there, and just I mean, last year it's packed. It's what's so cool too is that people staying at the resort kind of come down and they're like, "Whoa, hey, I want to get involved in this." And either they donate because they don't want to jump in, or they go,
Right.
I'm going to jump in because then I can go back to my room and take a warm shower." But everybody kind of gets involved, and it's just grown immensely over these 15 years. And like you said, the last 2 years have been really good on fundraising, and because people know, especially, search and rescue, canine, marine, they don't have really line items in the budget. It's
Right.
they do the hard work, but they need to make sure they got the funds.
Yeah. 3 years ago, uh, we partnered with Charlie's Vision Foundation.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Charles, and they established a foundation in memory of their son who passed away at, and I think Charlie was in his early 20s, and he had a medical condition that prevented him from, he would love to have been a police officer or something to do in serving people and protecting people. And he was just a real advocate of the sheriff's department. And he and Casey Salisbury became really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And when Charlie passed away, his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Uh,
Well, it's roads.
Ro- Rhodes, yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Rhodes set up this foundation, and they support the Mason County Sheriff's Department.
Yeah.
Uh, they got that new command vehicle last year.
Yep.
It was Charlie's Vision that raised the funds to purchase that for the Sheriff's Department. And since we had a common mission, because we support several of the departments at the Sheriff's Department, we partnered up, and so they are an active part in the Polar Bear Plunge now, and sure appreciate that in honor of their son, Charlie. So,
Well, they are a big part of it, though. I've never seen Charles Rhodes jump into the water either. Now that we're
oh, he has
talking,
haven't got him there
now that
yet.
we're talking about this, I'm trying to remember this now. I'm just pulling everybody out of the woodwork. So
Yeah,
it's Saturday, and it's going to be registration. Kind of starts at 11:45. There's a waiver to sign and a sign-up sheet there, and that's when you hand over the money that you've raised or you want to donate to the cause. 12:10 or so. The first set of jumpers go in, usually Sheriff Sperling and the sheriff's office is that group. And then it kind of trickles through every 10, 15 minutes or so until about 2. And then in the meantime, while that's happening, we got the raffle numbers that we put on the whiteboard so you can see if you win. And people who do plunge get a chance to go warm up and dry off and encouraged to then stick around. The Windjammers are going to be there again, so playing live music while folks are enjoying the day, and I'll be in kind of making announcements and keeping things lively as we get through the afternoon. The weather looks like it'll hold at least for that little period of when we're going to be there.
Yeah, it does. And by the way, what we did have some difficulty in the past. People get out of the water, they're very cold, they don't want to stand around, they want to change. And we only had the Alderbrook Resort donates a cabin for us for people to change in. The one thing we didn't think far enough ahead is that when the guys get in there, uh, the ladies, are out freezing or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And so people got really cold. And so I talked to them and they have two cabins.
Oh,
And
good. So
one,
it's not
one
going
for
to be, yeah, yeah.
the men aren't going to have to wait until the last lady comes out, and the ladies aren't going to have to wait until the last man comes out. So it'll be a lot quicker. The very, very important thing is wear foot protection,
Yeah.
water shoes, tennis shoes, because those oyster shells are pretty brutal on the feet.
And you
And
do
we,
want to just you do kind of just want to saunter in. We're not going to want to jump and run and belly flop because the water is
yeah,
surprisingly shallow.
yes, and it's so much better than jumping off the dock. We used to walk out to the very end
Oh
of
yeah. Oh
the
God, it
dock.
was freezing.
Well, and the
The
problem was,
walk back was terrible.
yeah, the worst part for me is when I jumped in, it knocks all the wind out of you, so you sink like a rock. And
Open your
then
mouth and do salt water.
yeah, well, and you're looking up and you see the light from the sky 8, 9 feet above you,
Sure.
and you have a religious moment all the way from there that you can get to the top.
Yeah, it takes a while to get back to breach
Yeah,
the top after you jump in. I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah. So and when the jumpers get out, there's warm towels
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they'll be handed out. So, if people want to bring their beach towels, that's fine. They're bigger, but these are towels from the resort that are in a heated element that they can use. So
Oh man, it's going to be a lot of fun. Mike, I can't wait to see you in the club on Saturday and get things kicked off there with the Windjammers and the music and the announcements. Start registering folks at 11:45. Get things kicked off around noon. And quick event these days gets you done and out of there by 10 so you can move on, or by 2 so you can move on and get on with your day after you've helped raise a lot of money for some great organizations. So come with some cash to buy raffle tickets. Come with your water shoes and a change of clothes to hop in the water. And we look forward to having you out again for the Alderbrook Resort and Spa there in Union. You just park wherever and come down to the water. We're right there. You can't miss us. It's a whole heck of a lot of fun. And Hood Canal Lions have been putting this on for 15 years now. Pretty awesome. And so, yeah, Mike, I can't wait to see you in the club and check you on Saturday.
we look forward to seeing you, Jeff. You really make the event fun and entertaining.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll try to get some of those folks in this year. How's that sound too?
That sounds great.
We'll get people clapping or something. All right, Mike Lambert, Hood Canal Lions. The plunge is on Saturday. Very
Thanks, Jeff.
good. That's it. We're good to go.
All right. Thank you.
I'll see you then.
Okay.
Bye.